Hello everyone, welcome back. I wanted to do this as a follow-up video to a video that I did on a prepaid legal service. Okay, and that's a video where I tell you guys to pretty much have a lawyer in advance of potentially getting into any trouble. Okay, and what I want to focus on this video is dealing with the police. Okay, what to expect from them, and over the years, I have interacted with many police from the perspective of a range safety officer. Okay, because over the last 10 years, I've supervised shooting ranges at various locations, and through that, I have I've had direct conversation with police. I've overheard conversations between police. I have a perspective that a lot of you guys may not have. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put out there is that police come in many different shapes, sizes, colors. Okay, and what I mean in that is in relation to how they're going to feel about the citizen that's carrying a gun for his personal protection, that might use the gun for self-defense. You're going to get a lot of different, you're going to find a lot of police have many different opinions, okay? And it varies from, across the spectrum. You're going to have, on the one end, you're going to have some cops that believe that all citizens, should be carrying guns and should be in a position to defend themselves. And they're quite happy with that and they're quite comfortable with that. You're going to tend to find that more from cops in rural areas. And all the way at the other end, okay, you're going to have some cops that are going to feel that that they alone should be the only ones with the guns. And that they are going to mistrust, they're going to basically mistrust any citizen with a carry permit, okay? And to give you an example, in the instance where those cops do run into somebody that has a carry permit or owns guns, they're going to question why, even if it's not an outright question, in their minds they're going to question why this person has a gun. Okay, so those are the two extreme cases, and there's everything in between. Okay, now here's the important thing for you guys to recognize. If you do get into a situation, all right, whether it be an actual defensive shooting situation or whether it just be a confrontation, okay, it might be a confrontation where somebody's threatening you, maybe you had to pull a gun on him to get him to stop, doing whatever he was doing. Maybe he was 2 feet away from you waving a knife. Maybe you pulled the gun out, but you didn't actually need to shoot because he ran away. Or it might be a situation where somebody just got into a screaming match with you in the parking lot. You have a gun on you. Gun never came out. Police came to the scene, and now you're interacting with the police about this person and the conflict that you had. And the fact that you had a gun on you had nothing to do with what happened, other than the fact that you happen to have a gun on you. Okay, and perhaps the cop, might become aware of that at some point, and that might become an issue. They might ask you to see your carry permit or whatnot. So these are all different types of scenarios that you might encounter. So here's the thing I'm trying to bring out here. Okay, you have no idea what kind of cop you're going to get. Okay, you don't know if it's going to be one all the way on the right, who feels completely comfortable with citizens carrying guns and being able to protect themselves, or if you're going to get one all the way on the left, who feels that only cops should have guns and who's going to be suspicious of any citizen carrying a gun. Okay, so you don't know what you're going to get. And for that reason, you need to keep your mouth shut. Okay, if you think that you are potentially in any trouble, you need to keep your mouth shut and get a lawyer and let the lawyer do the talking for you. And I did a whole other video on that issue about getting prepaid legal services and not talking to police, because there's a good chance that you're going to say the wrong thing, you're going to make a mistake. And the founding fathers were fully aware when they gave us the Fifth Amendment, right? The right against self-incrimination. They were our right to basically remain silent. they were fully aware that innocent people sometimes unintentionally incriminate themselves or make themselves seem like criminals when they in fact are not. Okay, they were aware of this because they experienced this in their lifetimes. Okay, which is why you have the right to legal representation, why you have the right to remain silent. Okay, so because you have no idea what kind of a cop you're getting, you have to take advantage of that. You have to keep your mouth shut. You have to get a cop to do. You have to get a lawyer to do the talking for you if there's any possibility that you're going to be in trouble. Okay, especially if you're getting your rights read to you. At that point, keep that mouth shut and get a lawyer. Okay, because at that point you are in trouble. Okay. Okay. Now, and one of the things for you guys to understand that's very important. Okay, and that it is perfectly legal. Okay, for the police to lie to you. Okay, and this has gone all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has affirmed. Okay, the Supreme Court has said that the police can use deceptive interrogation methods. Okay, deceptive interrogation goes a long way. Okay, they can basically what that means is that any information that you're getting from the police can be false. Okay, it can be false. They can be telling you that, hey, they had 2 witnesses that said that they saw you doing something, and you better confess to that. Okay, that's how far deceptive interrogation can go. Because they are allowed to do this. So you have absolutely no way of knowing that if any information that you are receiving from the police is correct, and I would be especially on guard if the police officer is being nice to me. Okay, and I'm not saying be a jerk back. Okay, I'm saying keep your mouth shut, be polite. Okay, and basically let them know that you're under a lot of stress, and you need some time to think about it, and you need to talk to a lawyer. Okay, and if they're going to arrest you, let them arrest you. Okay, and when they do arrest you, right, when they take you out of your jail cell and they take you into this little room and they tell you that, listen, they're here to help you. They want, if you only cooperate with them, what you will tell them at that point is, please take me back to my jail cell and call me when my lawyer is here. Okay. Because police know that especially, interrogators, right? Because when you go to a police station, the people that are questioning you are now specialists. Okay. These aren't the regular cops. These are specialists. They know what you're thinking. Okay. They know how comfortable or uncomfortable you are, and they know that people that are in jail want nothing more than to get out of jail. Okay. And they're going to use that in their favor and against you. So they're going to tell you stuff like, listen, just tell us what happened. You're free to go home. Okay. Deceptive interrogation. They can lie to you. Okay. The 2 things that we know for sure is, number 1, police are not required to help you. Right. We learned that from the Parkland shooting, right? The police are not. This went all the way to the court, and the court has affirmed that the police are not legally required to help you. Okay, so so that we know that's one side of it, and the other side, all right, is that they are allowed to basically to lie to you. Okay, so that's what you're up against, and that's why you have to keep your mouth shut and get a lawyer to do the talking for you, regardless of how much it's going to cost. Because in the long run, it is going to cost you a lot more. If you get a conviction. Okay, basically if you get a conviction, you're probably going to lose all your guns, and you're probably never going to be able to buy more guns. And for that matter, you're probably never going to be able to get a good job, all right? Because nowadays, all companies more or less do background checks, which I think is a bad thing, right? I think that people's records should be sealed once they come out of jail. I did another video on that you guys can check out. But as it stands right now, if you do get a conviction, you're probably never going to be able to get a good job, because that's going to come up every time you go for a job interview. Okay, so this is why it's important that you get a lawyer, you get the lawyer to do the talking for you, and especially if you're not guilty, do not plea bargain, do not settle for anything less than absolutely not guilty 100%. Okay, and again, I'm going to finish this up with, get a lawyer to do the talking for you. Do not try to defend yourself. If you are a lawyer, don't try to defend yourself. Okay, if you're a lawyer, what you do is you get another lawyer to defend you. Okay, and listen, I'm an accountant. Okay, many years ago, the IRS basically did a random audit on me. Okay, me, accountant, perfectly capable of defending myself in front of the IRS. I went and I hired another accountant to represent me. Okay, and of course I came out of that with 100% free and clear. So that's what the smart person does. Okay, and I'm not just trying to say I'm smart here, but that's what the knowledgeable person does. Okay, get the lawyer to represent you. Don't try to talk to the police. You're going to lose that fight, guaranteed. The police are there to help themselves, in the sense that they're there to further their individual careers. If they come to the scene and there's a confrontation between two people, okay, what the best possible outcome for them is that they get 2 arrests. Okay, they don't care who's good or who's bad. If they can get 2 arrests out of that, hey, that's 2 points for them. Okay, so you guys gotta understand that. They're not interested whether or not you're truly innocent. They're interested in, can they make a case out of this. Okay, so please don't try to defend yourself. Don't talk to the police. Get a lawyer to represent you. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time.